Hey, what's up, everybody? George here from Scott Studio. Thanks for joining me here on YouTube. Today, we are doing a tutorial on Make a Way, originally recorded by Elevation Worship, as well as recorded by Aware Worship. So, we're going to be looking at those versions and giving you the chords that you need to play this song. Stay tuned. Scott Studio. All right, welcome back. Before we get started on that tutorial, we have a couple of quick announcements we want to give you. If you are here for the first time on this channel, or perhaps you visited a few times, do us a favor. Hit the subscription button and the like button right below this video. That helps us to be able to continue to make this free content for you to access here on YouTube. So before you go on, make sure you hit that subscription button and that like button. Thank you so much. Secondly, if you don't know a lot about Scott Studio, we offer a couple of services. We offer lessons in piano. We offer lessons in voice, as well as guitar, bass, and drums, all from the Christian music ministry perspective. And so if you're interested in those services, make sure you hit us up, set up a consult, or you can send us your contact information on our website at scottstudio.me, and we'll be sure to reach out to you. If you want a way to support this ministry here on YouTube, you can send us a tip in our virtual tip jar, which the link is below, as well as hit up our merch store that has t-shirts, sweatshirts, cups, and other things with our logo. And all those proceeds helps us to continue to make this free content here on YouTube. And lastly, if you are interested in music for prayer, meditation on the word, as well as altar ministry or daily tasks, we have a channel entitled Now Worship that has some music up there that can help with that. So if you're interested in that, make sure you hit the link below and check that out. All right. Let's get into this tutorial. So we're going to be in the key of B, all right? And as you can see, B has 5 sharps, all right? So basically all of your black notes, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, and A sharp, okay? So we're going to be talking in the context of sharps in this tutorial, all right? And what we're going to do is go through each part of the song, okay? We have the verses, the chorus, we got a little bridge, vamp, and then if you listen to the Aware Worship version, they also have another little vamp that's not in the Elevation Worship. So we'll try to tap into that as well, all right? Okay, so we're going to briefly go through a few chords that you need to know, okay? The first one is what we call a E major 7, okay? And so there's a few ways you could play it. We could play it this way, where you got E, G sharp, B, D sharp. Or we could play it this, okay? Which is probably what I'll end up doing because I have a tendency to like to add the ninth on the top. So you have G sharp, B, D sharp, F sharp. If you can't do 4 notes, you can leave off the F sharp and just keep the first 3, okay? Second chord we have is what we call a B2, all right? B, C sharp, F sharp. We have an F sharp chord. So we got F in the bass, A sharp, C sharp, F sharp, okay? We have just a basic E chord. So we're going to have E in the bass, B in the middle if you want to add a middle note, B, E, G sharp. We have a G sharp minor. So G sharp with a D sharp in the bass if you want, B, D sharp, G sharp. We're going to have a C sharp minor. So we got C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, E, and G sharp. All right, and you can also play it just like this without that G sharp at the bottom if that's easier for you. Okay. Now we have some different arrangement of those chords, but that's the basic chords that you're going to need throughout this song. All right, here we go. So verse 1 starts with that E major 7. So it has I know you'll come through, goes to B2. This mountain is moving, F sharp. And then it says F sharp sus. So all you're going to do is take that A sharp and go to B. Okay? All right? Goes back to the same thing. I fix my eyes on you, B2. If you said it, you'll do it, F sharp. And then the sus. Okay? Alright, so that's basically the verse. Now let's go to the pre-chorus, which is because you are God no matter the odds. We're going to go back to that E major 7. Because you are God. We're going to go to B2 with D sharp in the bass. No matter the odds, G sharp minor, the outcome is always the same, F sharp. Same progression again, E major 7. The words on the pages, the promise you made us, still have the final say. Now say, we've got F sharp, but A sharp in the bass. Okay? Alright. Now we're going to the chorus. This is chorus 1A. Okay? It goes to B. You will make a way, E. Then B with D sharp. You always make a way, F sharp. Alright? And then in rhythm, you will make a way, A. You always make a way. Okay? Now, when they do a choruses later, they complex that a little bit more, but we'll go through that. All right, verse 2. All right, back to my E major 7 or E major 9, whichever you want to do. And I won't fear tomorrow, B2, because you're already in it, F sharp, and then F sharp sus. My hope and my future, B2, is already written. All right, and then F sus. Okay? Now you're going to go back to that pre-chorus, E major 7. Because you are God, no matter the odds, the outcome is always the same. E major 7. The words on the pages, the promise you made us, still has the final say. Okay? Now we're at chorus 1B. This is where we got a little bit of an alternate at the end of the chorus with the chords. Okay? Alright, goes to B. You will make a way, A. You always make a way. Alright, that repeats. You will make, goes to B. E, away, A. You always make a way. Alright, does chorus again. You will make a way, A. You always make a way. Now here's the alternate chords. It's going to go to C sharp minor. You will make a way, goes to E. A goes to G sharp minor. A. You always B over D sharp, make a way. All right, let me do that one more time. So this is the last line of chorus 1B, alternate chords. You will make a way, A. You always make a way. Okay? All right, now you got the instrumental before it goes into the bridge. Okay? And it's basically E, 4 beats, G sharp minor, 4 beats, C sharp minor, F sharp, and then F sharp 4 beats. All right. So that's basically the chord tracking for the bridge. So go back to E. Nothing's too hard for G sharp minor, U. Impossible, C sharp minor, what you do. All right. I know you've got this too. Impossible's what you do. All right, repeat. Nothing's too hard for you. Impossible's what you do. I know you've got this too. Impossible's what you do. Okay? All right, now we're at chorus 1C. All right, I know there's a lot of alternate choruses here, but that's how they wrote it. All right, here we go. So it's going to go to, you will make a C sharp way, minor, way, A. You always make a way, F sharp. All right, now we're going to E. You will make a way, A, B over D sharp. You always make a way. All right, let's do that again. You will make a way, A. You always make a way. All right, now going to C sharp minor. You will make a way, E, G sharp minor. You always make a way. Okay? All right, now we got an interlude. In the elevation version, you've got the E, starts on E, O, goes to G sharp, O, then F sharp, O. Okay? All right, and then in the Where Worship, they do the same thing, O, but then they say, he'll make a way. Okay, same chords in both versions. Okay. Okay. Now, we have a chorus 1D. Okay. Basically, same similar chords, just a little bit of alternate. All right, and then we're going to come back and pick up that little vamp that they put in there, Where Worship. Okay, so you got, goes to E, you will make a way, A, G sharp minor. You always make a way. Okay, now going to B over D sharp. You will make a way, A. You always make a way. All right, same thing again. You will make a way, A. You always make a way. All right, now going to that C sharp minor. You will make a way, A. You always make a way. Okay. Now I know in the elevation worship they have an instrumental here, which is the same as what we did with the bridge, with the E, G sharp minor, F sharp, I'm sorry, and you're just repeating those. Okay, now the last chorus they do, like I said, pretty much the same thing. It just has just a hair alternate. So you've got he will make instead of you will make. He will make. So you got he will make a way, A. He always makes a way, F sharp. Going back to E. He will make a way, A, B over D sharp. He'll always make a way. Okay, now F sharp over A sharp. He will make. So you got he will, then the B, make a way. E, A. He always makes a way. All right, now going to C sharp. He will make a way. A. He'll always make a way, which you saw earlier. All right, now in the Aware Worship, they go into this, it's the year of the open door. Okay, so I'm going to show you just that vamp as we end this tutorial. All right, so you're going to be going back to this E minor 7, major 9. It's the year of the open door. Okay, and then we're going to go to basically a C sharp chord over D sharp. So it's going to sound like this. It's the year of the open door. Okay, so D sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F. Year of the open door. Year of the open door. Back to E major 9. It's the year of the open door. Okay, and then we're going to go to what we call a D sharp minor 7. So that's a D sharp, B, A sharp, D sharp in the bass, and the F sharp chord in the right hand. Walk through it. Walk through it. Now I'm going to go through again. It's the year of the open door. 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 Walk through it. Walk through it. Okay? All right, that's the entire song in its entirety. Again, George here from Scott Studio. Don't forget before you leave to subscribe and like. If you're interested in lessons, hit the link below, as well as Now Worship or our tip jar or merch store. Make sure you check out those links below before you leave. Again, George here from Scott Studio. Thanks for joining me here, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Scott Studio.